So yesterday we read the Declaration of Independence because it was 4th of July. And one of the things that stands out to me is that when the law of the land has been usurped, when the trustees have misappropriated, not only is it time to replace those who have been put in position of guardianship, but it is our duty to bring the law back to the forefront. Whatever law you abide by. And great things will come of that. So, rather than being a leaf blowing in the wind, I suggest that we be a stake in the ground. And to that end, I'm going to read a piece of material that sounds vaguely familiar to what's stated in the Declaration of Independence. This is from the Bhagavad Gita. It's a spiritual statement by Sri Krishna, to be found in the Lord's song, Bhagavad Gita. Was an announcement, a preparatory to the coming of the Christ. In that song he says, whenever there is a withering of the law and an uprising of lawlessness on all sides, then I manifest myself. For the salvation of the righteous and the destruction of such as do evil. For the firm establishing of the law, I come to birth in age after age. In the lawlessness and wicked period of the Roman Empire, the Christ came. Another instance of a notable and most ancient invocation is to be found in the Gayatri, where the people invoke the Son of Righteousness in the words, unveil to us the face of the true spiritual Sun, hidden by a disk of golden light, that we may know the truth and do our whole duty as we journey to thy sacred feet. To this we should also add the Four Noble Truths, as enunciated by the Buddha, and which are so well known to all of us, summarizing as do the causes and the sources of all the troubles which concern humanity. There are many translations of these truths to which I have referred. They all convey the same longing and appeal, and they are all essentially correct as to meaning. During the Jewish dispensation, there was given a statement as to human conduct in the words of the Ten Commandments. Upon these, human law has been based, and upon them the laws governing the relationships of people in the West have been founded. It has eventuated in a somewhat narrow conception of deity. These commandments are didactic and didactic, present the negative angle. So, didactic and present the negative angle. When Christ came and gave to us the fundamental law of the universe, the law of love, he also gave us the Lord's Prayer, with its emphasis upon the fatherhood of God, the coming of the kingdom, and right human relations. Now, the great invocation, as used by the hierarchy itself, has been given out to the world. So reactionary is human thinking that the claim made by this, that it is one of the greatest of the world's prayers and is on a par with the other voiced expressions of spiritual desire and intention, will indeed evoke criticism. That is of no importance. Only a few, very few, in the early days of Christianity employed the Lord's Prayer because it needed recording, expression in understandable terms, and adequate translation before its widespread use became possible. That effort took centuries to accomplish. Today, we have all the faculties facilities for rapid distribution, and these have all been employed on behalf of the great invocation. The uniqueness connected with the invocation consists in the fact that it is, in reality, a great method of integration. It links the Father, the Christ, and humanity in one great relationship. Christ emphasized ever the fatherhood of God and substituted it in place of the cruel, jealous, tribal Jehovah of the nation to which he had gone for a physical vehicle. Christ was a Jew. In the 17th chapter of St. John's Gospel, which is another of the major spiritual statements of the world, Christ emphasized the relation of the Christ consciousness to the consciousness of deity itself. He linked the concept of the monad to the fully developed soul-infused personality and the underlying unity existing between all beings in all forms and the Father. The possibility which he there expressed still remains distant, except in connection with the spiritual hierarchy. It is good, however, to remember that they have achieved a goal towards which all true disciples and initiates are working. The great invocation relates the will of the Father, or of Shambhala, the love of the hierarchy, and the service of humanity into one great triangle of energies. The triangle will have two major results: the sealing of the door where evil dwells, and the working out through the power of God, let loose on earth through the invocation of the plan of love and light. This is no idle dream. From the angle of the human consciousness, the vehicle of light is, first of all, the great educational systems of the world, with their capacity for improvement and for the extension of science along the lines of betterment of mankind, and not for its destruction, as is so oft the case today. To this must be coupled the steady changing of conversion of scientific attainment by the enlightenment which wisdom brings. This has in the past safeguarded human aspiration and human progress into light. In the light which enlightenment brings, we shall eventually see light, and the day will come when thousands of sons of men and countless groups will be able to say, with Hermes and with Christ, I am, or we are, the light of the world. We are told by the Christ that men love darkness rather than light because their deeds are evil. Nevertheless, one of the great emerging beauties of the present time is that light is being thrown into every dark place, and therefore is nothing hidden which shall not be revealed. There is nothing hidden which shall not be revealed. When we invoke the mind of God and say, let light stream forth into the minds of men, we let light descend on the earth. We are voicing one of the great needs of humanity, and if invocation and prayer mean anything at all, the answer is certain and sure. When we find present in all people at all times, in every age and in every situation, the urge to voice and appeal to the unseen spiritual center, there is a fixed surety that such a center exists. Invocation is as old as the hills, or as old as humanity itself. Therefore, no other argument for its usefulness or its potency is required. I shall ponder this today and days to come. Good day.